Well, hello, General Hospital Daily Recap fans. Today's Daily Recap is for Wednesday, September the 11th, 2024. Wednesday, September the 11th. Well, we have Molly visiting Alexis, and she's like, Molly, I did not want you to come down here. It's all being handled. And Molly's like, what do you mean, not come down here? You're my mother. And I have to make sure you're okay. No, Diane is taking care of everything. You don't have to worry. And Molly says, well, I do worry because, I know you did not kill Agent Cates. And so she goes, yeah, but you know what? This is all your father's fault. He was the one that came and reported to the police. And so Molly said, wasn't Elizabeth Weber with him as well? Yeah, but she was probably coerced by him. Rick always has a vendetta against me. And and Molly says, wait a minute, Mom. Wait. Let's not get sidetracked. No, I don't agree with Dad coming forth saying that, you killed Agent Cates. But let's put the blame where the blame belongs. And Alexis is like, what are you talking about? Oh, Christina. And she goes, wait, what? This is all, she almost said, this smells like Christina. She said, this has Christina all written over it, all over it. You would not have had a gun unless you were trying to take it from Christina or you had taken it from Christina. So Mom, tell the truth. She goes, ooh, you know what, Molly? Are you talking to me as my daughter or as an ADA? She goes, but either way, I can't say anything that might incriminate myself. And Molly said, well, that's all I need to know. See, this is not you. This is Christina. When are you ever going to let her accept the consequences for her actions? And, let's face it, Molly's going after Christina because of her anger and grief, but the statement was still true. This has Christina written all over it. Had she not stolen her mother's car, went to her father's house unannounced, because I can't say broke in, she has a key, right? But she stole his gun. She stole that. She just got sidetracked by deciding to go to the grave. That's all that happened there. But all of this is Christina. And so Alexis says, Molly, I can't see anything else. Just understand I know what I'm doing. And Molly's like, no, you don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing at all. You're being charged with attempted murder. Alexis says, oh, that's all circumstantial because I didn't kill Agent Cates. Molly says, yeah, but proving it is something else, another story. So she says, and now you don't have the gun. Alexis says, well, when they find that gun, it'll prove that it wasn't a gun that killed Cates. So Molly says, if they find the gun, if they ever find that gun. And I was thinking, Alexis, what do you think they're going to do? How are they going to find that gun? That gun could have been washed to Timbuktu, right? By now, that gun could be on the island that poor Spencer is holed up on. Now, Sonny could use his resources and have some divers go down. Because if the gun went straight down, it looked pretty heavy. It's down there. Get some divers down there. Look for it. You would think that's what the PCPD would do. She threw it off the bridge. Get some divers down there. Look for it. But that's a whole nother story, whole nother plot line. That's too logical. Okay. So Molly leaves. She's pissed, right? So Diane comes in and gets Alexis, says, you know what, okay, bail has been granted, but Alexis, you have to, tell the whole truth. And she goes, no, I can't. She says, Alexis, let them know Christina had the gun. You did not get the gun. Christina took that gun. You, out of panic, she goes, well, out of panic, I disposed of her. She goes, just tell the truth, Alexis. No, I could stand, the inquisition from the police. I could withstand all that. Christina cannot. She cannot. It would break her. Oh no. It would break her. But it didn't break her enough to go steal that gun, right? And if she still had the gun, she'd be going after Ava. See, what you gonna do, Alexis? Christina wants to kill Ava. After she hits Ava with a car, or brings your car home dented, are you gonna say you drove the car? See, no. Christina does need to face the consequences of her actions, because the truth is that is not the gun that killed John Case. She did not do it. Daddy Dearest did. Daddy Dearest did. So, they're not teaching Christina any lesson to learn. And then we had conversation with Ava and Trina talking, Trina standing by Ava. And Ava saying she hates that there's friction between Trina and Jocelyn. She goes, I hate that, you're going through all this with your friends and family over me. And Trina says, well, luckily, my friends and family won't give me an ultimatum to choose them or you. I make my own choices. See, even Jocelyn's not giving her an ultimatum, right? She just voices her opinion, but at this point they are agreeing to disagree. Like she goes, Jocelyn and I are agreeing to disagree. So anyway, Nina comes in, Trina leaves. Nina comes in, and Ava is like, no, Trina's like, well, did you get a lawyer yet? She goes, no, I don't have a lawyer. You know what? You mean to tell me Port Charles is so small that there's only Diane, Alexis, Scott Baldwin? Whatever happened to Laura's brother, Martin? What happened to Martin? But you know what? That's just the people you know. I'm sorry. Call Landview. Get Nora Buchanan to represent you. Nora Buchanan is a formidable attorney. Okay? We don't even need them to reach out to Jackson from All My Children. Nora Buchanan is the woman for this job. Just a thought. They've had her on General Hospital a dozen times. Get Nora Buchanan. But Nina, she tells Nina, have you got me an attorney yet? And I said, see, for one thing, you don't know that Nina's not tricking you, even though, guess what, everybody? Nina isn't. They're deciding that, they were each other's only two real friends. So even though they did crap to each other, they're still better as a pair. Oh, really? Are you? Well, with friends like you two, you don't need enemies. So Nina sits down and tries to coerce Rick into taking the case again, and Rick says it's not going to happen. And I could tell some of the points when Nina brought up Sonny. I know how much you hate your brother. Don't you want to stick it to him by getting Ava off? And Rick looks at her. Rick says, I love my daughter Molly more than I hate my brother Sonny. There's no way the person that is responsible for the death of our child I could represent. I would lose my daughter. And she goes, it was an accident. Ava is being falsely accused of pushing Christina. It was an accident. And Rick said, okay, but still, The death of my grandchild resulted from it. I decline still. So Ava looks at him. She goes, not Ava, Nina. Nina looks at him. She goes, oh, well, I tried. Just flipped it off that quick. She says, look, I'm trying to reconnect with my own daughter. So I understand not wanting to do things that could jeopardize relationships with our children. I understand that. And so she's like, all right, thanks for listening to me. And she got up and she walked away. Now, Rick was sitting there still thinking, see, because the words were still in his ear. What better way of getting back at your brother, Sonny, than to help Ava get off? He's going to do it. He absolutely is going to do it. Because guess what? He knows Molly Mall ain't going to hate him forever. His vendetta against his brother's been decades in the making. What? Probably 50 years. Molly will be okay. She'll get over it. She'll be all right. So then we have Molly. She comes into the restaurant and she goes, how could you turn my mother in like that? And he looked at her. He goes, Molly, because I saw your mother throwing a gun off of the bridge. It is my duty. I'm bound as an officer of the courts to report that. And Molly says, come on. You know you did that out of spite. You know, because she goes, you know what, Dad, I'm just telling you, that was wrong. And he goes, yep, Molly, if your mother didn't do it, she'll be cleared of it. And Molly says, I know my mother didn't do it. I know Christina did it. And he goes, Alexis told you that? No, she's covering for Christina. I know Christina's the one. That gun has everything to do with her. And he goes, are you trying to say you believe your sister actually would kill someone, that your sister killed Agent Kate? And she goes, you know what? I don't know what Christina would do. And I said, see? Well, I can't say, see, that's the grief talking. Because Christina does want to kill Ava still. And she wanted to kill Kate. And she had a gun. And had she seen either Kate's or Ava, Christina would have pulled the trigger. 100%. 100%. She would have pulled the trigger. But you see, everybody, I see why Blaze, the character of Blaze, has no place in the storyline where they're making Christina go. Blaze is more of a calming effect, right? Rational. And Christina, no, she wanted to go down a dark rabbit hole. Okay. So now we have Brennan and Carly. Brennan got word that, he told them to put some kind of drone or whatever so that they could get satellite image over that compound and send somebody there. So he says, okay, Carly, we just have to wait. He goes, you want to have a drink while we wait? She's like, well, you come prepared. He goes, of course I do. So he says, how have things been going? Let's talk a little bit. And she says, what do you mean? She goes, what's going on with you? Well, my ex-husband is a suspect in Agent Kate's murder. And Sonny says, really? Okay. And he goes, and tell me about, you and your husband or ex-husband, something like to that effect. And Carly says, well, yeah, full disclosure, my husband and ex-husband and I, Sonny and I, yeah, we were together. No, he goes, he'll be fine if he has an alibi. She goes, well, we were together when it happened. And Brennan looks at Carly and he's kind of like, what do you mean you were together? You know, emotions ran high and, one thing led to another. And Brennan is sitting back and he's smiling. And he goes, okay, well, from what I understand, you and Sonny Corinthos have gotten back together again a number of times throughout the years. And she goes, oh, don't wait. Let me make sure you're clear on this. We are not back together. We're not. We just fell into old habits, and that's all that happened. And he goes, okay. And she goes, oh, you seem amused by it. This just doesn't bother you. And she goes, because everybody else has an opinion on it. He goes, Carly, it's one thing I'm learning about you. You're formidable. You're going to do whatever you feel you need to do. I respect that in you. In other words, Brennan is saying, chick, you're giving him an alibi. But I respect that. There's not one bit of him thinks she slept with Sonny. And he's like, I respect a woman who has conviction, who just handles things. That's what she wants, So then Anna burst in. And what is this? And Carly stands up. Oh, we're just waiting to get information on the location of Lucky. Because it's like, you know what, Anna? No, I think Brennan said, having a drink. You want to join us? Slow your roll, Anna. I have more clout than you, Anna. More resources than you, Anna. No answer to you. So Anna's just like, And as she's standing there, Brennan got a phone call. And the phone call said they were at the compound. They raided the compound and it's empty. Everyone is gone. They've moved. And so Carly's like, oh, Lulu's running out of time. And so Brennan said, Anna looks at him. She goes, look, I need all the information you have on, or the criminal, the mastermind. I don't even want to remember his name because he's a nobody. The head honcho of the organization. And we need to work together. What do you have? And he goes, no, I don't have much. She goes, you know what? Like thanks, but no thanks. Almost like what she's telling Jason. She wanted everybody to help her. Anna, forget that, right? And so she says, you know what? I am going to find and bring back Lucky Spencer without your help. And she goes out and she slams the door. I said, shut up, Anna. You can't find and bring back not one person. Here's the deal. In her whole career, the only person she found and was ready to die right there with him was Valentine. When Victor had injected his own son with that pathogen, and Anna went in the room knowing she was exposing her. For one, she checked herself out the hospital, got to Greece, snuck on there, camped on the compound, found her man in a room, but that was her man, right? She goes in the room and just sitting with him, and he goes, Anna, no, don't be here, no. I love you, Valentine. She's gonna wait there and die. Holly's the one that brings in the antidote. Oh, she found him and brought him back. But she would rather find Lucky and bring Lucky back so she don't have to look for Charlotte. Which means she's found Valentine, right? Because everybody's just banking on the fact that Lucky's going to save Lulu, and that's not a given. So anyway, she goes barreling out the door, and Carly looks at Brennan. She goes, look, I need you to locate him again. I will pay you any amount of money you want. And I thought, wait a minute, Carly? You had to make a payment plan to pay the FBI your restitution for the insider trading situation. Almost had to sell your house. Now, yes, you have the Metro Court back, but the Metro Court ain't bankballing you. It's doing very well for you, but not bankrolling you. How you gonna pay him any amount of money? Oh, that's right. You're gonna go to Sonny. You're gonna go to Sonny and say, I need some money. Or Jason, right? Anyway, Carly. But I like Brennan and Carly. We already see where that's going. I see it. They have good chemistry together. I 100% see those two getting put together. And look, Isaiah is asking Anna, and Anna had the nerve to be third degree in him. You know, why of all people would they abduct you? Would he abduct you? He said, because I have a very, most doctor skill set is here. Mine is up here. And he wanted the best for his operation and what's going on. She goes, there's more to you than you're saying. And he goes, I need Lucky Spencer's in trouble. That's all I could tell you. So he goes, she says something about, Deputy Mayor Jordan Ashford is the one that saved you. And he goes, well, I would like to meet him and personally thank him. And as he's saying that, Jordan looked as fine as she wanted in that red, came walking through that door. She was extra touched up because she took one look at that man laying in the bed, looked like a pork chop to her. And as she walks in, he sees this gorgeous woman coming to the door, kind of stepping in, and Anna turns and looks, and she goes, well, you could thank her right now. Deputy Mayor Jordan Ashford, Isaiah, I haven't remembered his last name yet, I don't care. So, so he was just like, nice to meet you. And Anna takes her leave, right? Because they tag team, and Jordan's trying to find out information. Because Jordan says, you know what? You knew someone, you escaped, you got here, but yet you knew someone was following you. There's more to this story than you're saying. And he's just looking at her. And she goes, I'm sorry. I think there's a mosquito in here. Housekeeping was cleaning the room. The door was open. And there's a ton of mosquitoes out here. So, still in Thailand, y'all. Still in Thailand. You could tell. So anyway, she goes, I'm sorry. Is there something on my face? And he's like, I'm sorry that I'm staring. I just wasn't